wrestling.
You're also an honorary member of D-Generation X, and this is the era of DX that people either loved DX or didn't like DX.
They still watch. They still, no matter what.
I loved these segments. The Christmas garb that you, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H were presenting in those commercials, backstage fighting, dude. Top 10.
I mean, that's an issue. Like with me, like loving or hating an era, you're still watching. If you hate it so much, why are you wasting your time?
There's a lot of that on Twitter.
Yeah, you're wasting your time. Go watch paint dry. If you really hate something so much, why are you wasting your time? That's why I can't stand like, oh, I'm watching to see how bad it is. No, you aren't. You're watching it because you enjoy wrestling.
Yep.
Like that's what you enjoy. Well, I'm just trying to enjoy the other segments of the show. No, you're not. You're just watching all of it. And then you're going along with people saying it's not the greatest part of the show. So what? Like, just that's the irritating part of the wrestling community at times is it's just so stupid, man. And to say something is the worst or like is the least favorite, rendition of DX or this, but yet there's kids out there. We got to remember there's kids out there that didn't see 97 DX.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the DX they know. Why are you trying to ruin it for them? Like why live your life to just ruin something? It's so stupid.
There is a large margin of fans. I go to wrestling events a lot. Obviously you do too, because you're hosting and being in them. But when you're in the audience, there are fans holding up signs saying, I love so-and-so, or I love so-and-so. And then you have a grown man being like, how could you like so-and-so? It's like, you're a grown man. This is a 5-year-old child.
Here's the thing. People hate John Cena. I'm sure when John Cena would go up to shake their hand, they would shake his hand.
Of course they would. Of course they would.
It's stupid. It's so dumb.
So the DX, but the part of DX,
going back to the DX thing, I was freaking X-Pac. I did DX Pyro. It was the greatest thing ever. I got to do DX Pyro, and it was so awesome.
And working with Shawn Michaels and Triple H, two of the greatest of all time. Like, what is that saying to you when you said you watched wrestling, so then suddenly you're in wrestling, working with two of the greatest of all time? What does that feel like?
Crazy. Like in one word, just crazy. I watched these guys, like you said, I watched these guys when I was a kid, two of the biggest stars ever, and being able to work with them weekly, multiple times a week on international tours, on house shows in the States, it was awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Does the butterfly feelings ever go away? Because obviously when you first get hired, you're in this like, oh my God, everything's so shiny and beautiful. And then eventually you're in it. You're in it. You're deep in it. So suddenly, do you forget that some people probably forget that they were once a fan and now they're just in it. Did you ever have that feeling of losing that magic?
I always say, and I say to my students at the school, excuse me, the minute you don't get nervous is the minute you should get out. Not even nervous, but like that weird uneasy feeling at times, or just like excited, because then you're bored. You're not doing, it's not fun to you. It's not special. This is still, I mean, it's a job. It's my job, but it's still like the craziest hobby ever. And like, I get to do my hobby. I don't have to punch a clock. I don't have to go to a 9-to-5. This is the weirdest, coolest job ever. And doing a 9-to-5 scares me. Like, I don't ever want to do a 9-to-5 again. I would, and I probably will have to at some point. But it scares the hell out of me. Like, I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. Wow. And every time I do it, it's like, man, this is pretty special.
Again, it is I can't imagine what it's like being, in the thick of things and then keeping on to that nervous butterfly feeling, but that's awesome.